Working together now like 6 months. I guess like how have the results like actually been?
We've added at least like 30, 40 clients from our Instagram funnel since we started working with you guys. You guys have definitely done at least like 500,000 views just off the few videos that you do.
Like before we started working together, like what was the main reason for even going out and like getting an agency to like help you? Like
The main thing that I wanted some help with is on the time aspect and then also the professional aspect of it.
I guess like what has been like the number one thing that's kind of like stood out to you like from what we've done together?
I'd say my favorite is the speed. You guys are super fast and you're on top of your shit. Work with Braden. Clip that. You won't regret it.
Hey, what's going on? I'm here with our client Max. He is a beast when it comes to email marketing. We've been working together for the past like 6 months or so now. Just wanted to hop on and talk through the results we've been getting and like the overall experience so far. But Max, why don't you just like fill in the gaps, introduce yourself, and give an intro.
Hell yeah, what up? Thank you for having me. Yeah, so I do email and SMS marketing for e-commerce brands. And yeah, we work with about 90 brands right now. And we just manage their emails and their text messages. Pretty simple as that. And as far as the funnel, and we've grown a lot over the past like 18 months. At this time last year, we were at like 30-ish clients, and now we're at like 90. And so lots of growth over the past 18 months. And as far as like how we get clients, never really done ads. It's all been organic content. Early days it was cold email, but over the past like year and a half I haven't done anything like that. It's just been full organic content. So that's my YouTube, my Instagram, my Twitter, my LinkedIn, and then I have a newsletter where all those forms of organic media all lead into my newsletter. You watch my content, and then I'm like, hey, I have this awesome lead magnet for you. It's a 50-page guide on XYZ, and then somebody books, and then someone's like, hell yeah, and then they click the link, and then they give me their email address, and then they're added to my newsletter, and that's when I kind of convince them that I'm really good, and our team is really good at what we do, and then eventually they book a call with us. So that's typically how the funnel works, and how everything, and what's kind of like got us to this point.
Yeah, yeah, and I know you've had like content like dialed in like for a while. Like you said, you haven't really done ads and stuff. I guess like before we started working together, like what was the main reason for like even going out and like getting an agency to like help you like do that?
Yeah, for sure. So really like the main thing that I wanted some help with is on the time aspect and then also the professional aspect of it. So I'm always trying to test new content styles and test what works, and then also elevate myself. As an agency, we wanted to, and as myself and as a business, we wanted to position ourselves as premier, because we do premier results and we do really good email marketing. I want to make sure my content reflected that, so I want a little bit more of a professional side to it, with like how the editing is done and how things are portrayed, and everything. So that's why I came to work with you guys, and you guys have executed on that really, really well. And so I'm super, super happy with that and bringing the quality of the videos up a notch. But yeah, because like I've always just done talking head videos, and those perform great, and I never want to get rid of those, because they perform really well. It's very, very intimate, and I think it hits well with my audience. But I think there's a balance between, having that professional sort of feel to show that you can be professional, and you're putting effort into your content, and then also having the more like natural sort of stuff. And so I really wanted to elevate some of the styles and mix in like some of the professional editing sort of stuff, and then also just like save the time on everything. And I was working with another person on editing before I started working with you guys on doing some of those videos, and I just didn't really love it, and didn't really get what I was wanting to do and the styles and everything. So gave you guys a shot, and you've crushed it, and that's why I'm still here.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I remember the first video we did together. It was like you just like DM me on Twitter out of nowhere, and I think we just did the first video for free, and then you're like, all right, cool.
Perfect. Yeah, that was exactly it. It was like it took me months to get the prior people that I was working with to kind of get what I was looking for, and then I just sent you like a couple stuff, just like, hey, here's like the inspiration. And you're like, yeah, well, I'll do it for free, see how you like it. And then it looked great, and I was like, oh, hell yeah. This is what it should have been from the start. And so, yeah, I mean, you crushed it, and, nothing's changed. My feelings stay the same.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. And working together now like 6 months. I guess like how have the results like actually been?
Yeah, for sure. So results have been great, and it's been a real time saver for me since you started to do a lot of the since you started to do like some of the scripting and stuff. And so we have quite a few videos with you guys, the ones that you guys have produced that are over 30,000, 50,000 views, and on a business Instagram account. That's a big deal, and that's like really what we're looking for. I'm looking at one right here, 62,000 view Alex Hermosi video that you guys produced, and so that's huge right there. Here's another. There are a lot that have been coming in, and a lot that have been getting clients. And so as far as like you guys have definitely done at least like 500,000 views just off the few videos that you do, and then overall like across my whole account, I mean I've gained at least. I mean, I'm managing like a lot of the account in like other areas, but we've gotten at least like probably 20,000 followers, business followers, which is also a big deal. And when you're getting that much views and that much traction, it's important to have like a professional side of the account and have those professional videos. And so I'm sure I don't have the direct like attribution of how many people booked from these specific videos, but you know we've added at least like 30, 40 clients from our Instagram funnel since we started working with you guys. And so however much you contributed in a lot of ways and really with the positioning, but that's kind of like been the results so far.
For sure, for sure. And for you guys, like, is it like mainly like as views goes up, followers goes up, like call bookings just like continue to rise, or?
Not quite, because I could make a video of me doing a prank in Walmart and get a million views, but that's not going to get me any. That's not going to get me any people with my brand for my brand. And so there's a really tough balance with content B2B content, where you need to be able to hit a wide TAM, a wide addressable market who might be interested in that video, while also proving that you know what you're doing, but not being too overly to the top to where the customer, like most people don't understand. Like I'm trying to make videos of high level marketing tactics for 7 to 9 figure brand owners. The majority of people in the world are not 7 to 9 figure brand owners. But I'm not going to be able, the 7 to 9 figure brand owners aren't going to see my videos. The algorithm isn't going to push my videos to a wide group of people if I don't get views on the video. And so what you need a balance, getting the views, but then also making it tactical enough. So the views really don't matter too much when I'm creating like a super tactical video, but really the videos that you want that are the winners, that are going to get you followers and book calls and whatnot, are the ones where you find a way to hit with a normal person and have them be interested in your content, but also hit with tactical knowledge that a 7 to 9 figure brand owner could be interested in. And so usually the stuff that we do where it's like, where it's upgrading an email for Gymshark, because everybody knows Gymshark. And so they're like, and if I'm coming on the screen being like, Gymshark's marketing sucks, they're going to be like, oh, what the hell? And so they're curious. And so that hits for the normal person. And then through the video, I'm talking about tactical marketing things that Gymshark can change in like an email video, like me updating an email. And, you know, the average person will still be interested in that. And so then you're able to hit both, and then the views go up, and we're able to push towards more people. So there is a balance. Views definitely are not everything, though.
Yeah, for sure. You see like a lot of people in the B2B space, they start to like chase views a bit and they get too far away from the goal. But I think it's been fun with you. It's like having that fine line where like we talk about, you know, a creator, and then eventually it funnels down to like email stuff. You get people onto the newsletter with that stuff. And I think it just like
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really not too concerned with views too much. It's really just, you want to have, every once in a while I want a big video to pop because that'll get people into the ecosystem. But at the end of the day, like you just want, because I already have so many brand owners following me at this point that it's like, I need to be nurturing them. And so sometimes, you know, the 6,000 view videos those will be the ones that book calls, because it's a super tactical thing. Somebody's been following me for a while from my general content, and they see this super tactical video and they're like, damn, this guy's smart. Yeah, I would be interested in learning more. And so yeah, it's definitely like a balance between the two.
Yeah, yeah. And like a lot of like founders or like business owners I talk to, like one of their like main worries is like, you know, we might not be able to nail down like their exact like brand voice or like their specific like style, like when it comes to like scripting. I guess for you, like how have like those things like been on your end?
Yeah. One thing, because I deal with that, I handle that a lot as well, like for my brands and ecom brands that I'm working with. At the end of the day, dude, Well, the first thing I would say is it doesn't fucking matter nearly as much as you think. If you are worried about every single word and every little slight tone that is in like the script, you're worried about the wrong things. Go make some more money. Like you're worried about that stuff that's so minute that it just doesn't matter. And so if you can accept that, it's like you don't need to be worried about like this the tiniest like brand voice stuff. As long as like you're in the ballpark, then it's gonna work because then people like working with people like you and then myself, you can spend the rest of your time rather than worrying about small stuff. You can spend more time strategizing banger video ideas because that's the most important thing. Is it a great video idea and is it a good topic? That's what drives everything. So first, I'd say if you're worried about someone getting a pitch perfect tone, like that doesn't matter, and then you're just going to be let down because nobody's going to be able to get the absolute perfect tone to exactly to where you want it to be. And the difference between a 95% tone to 100% tone is not that's not going to bring you any more results. And so I wouldn't be too focused on tone of voice because like for me, I don't give a fuck about my tone of voice, and I just look at like what you guys put together and I'm like, this is awesome, this is perfect. Could I probably go through and be like, maybe I would have said this slightly differently, maybe I would have done this, but that that's not going to have an impact on results. That's really not a problem. And then also, what's great is your scripts are, well, they are like I want to be clear, like the tone of voice is great, it's perfect. There's a reason why I'm working with you guys, and I left the other agency that I was working with because the tone was exactly what I was looking for as far as like the direction that I want. But then also, like, you have flexibility. Like, it's not like you need to take your scripts and say them word for word. I'm adding my own, like, little twists, like, as I'm talking on the camera. And a lot of the times, like, tone is how you say things. And so it's just, like, how I'm reflecting myself. And so, like, I know you put together the script, and it's not meant for me to do it word for word, and I need to be a robot reading off this thing. I know this line is going to be about this. This is how the video will flow. There's the script that you put together, which is, probably, like, 90% of the way there. I'll add my own little flair for the rest, and that's just while I'm filming. I have the script right here, and then I'm like, okay, let me slightly change this, and then just do it a little bit more to my voice. So that is never once the tone of voice or anything has never been any of my concerns. You guys have gotten it. And it's not a thing to be tripped up about.
Yeah, yeah, appreciate the kind words there. I guess from an overall standpoint though, like I guess like what has been like the number one thing that's kind of like stood out to you, like from what we've done together?
Yeah, 100%. I'd say my favorite is the speed. You guys are super fast and you're on top of your shit. And it's also helpful. So, like, when I have edits, like, you guys are on it right away. And if I need anything, I have a new idea for a video, I'll just send you a message and then you get back to it ASAP. So that's super duper nice. And just being able to be flexible in that way. So that's probably been the best part. Also, just like the quality of the videos. I think the editing's sweet. And then also just the willingness to try new ideas and take my feedback and adjust from there. Everything that you want out of a agency that you're working with. I can't think of a single bad thing, to be quite honest. And so, yeah, I'd say that. Also, it's also nice with like the accountability side of things. Content is one of those things where it's like you don't necessarily need to do it, and so sometimes things can be put off. Like you can put things off. But when I'm working with you and I know that like, hey, I need to make sure that you guys have stuff to do and you're able to work ahead, and so your team isn't constrained, and I'm giving you stuff last minute, which can be annoying and can make your quality of work not as good. It's good accountability working with someone like you because it's like, okay, he just gave me these scripts. I need to have it by this date, and then you'll shoot friendly reminders as well when it's like, hey, we need this stuff. And so it's super nice for accountability because that's what helps results. Like the main reason why people fail with content is because they just don't post enough. And so being able to have someone like you and work with someone like you is you're going to get those posts out because that's really all that matters is are you getting posts out. But definitely the speed and communication is what I like.
For sure, for sure. And you've been what to like how many different countries this summer, and you haven't missed like any post really? Maybe like
Yeah, it's
batch it
like
up.
yeah, it's like 12 countries and like 28 cities right now. It's been crazy. And so every time I send a video or a set of videos to you, it's a completely different background in just a completely different place. But yeah, it's difficult, but it's nice because you have the scripts, you just send them, and then it only takes me like 10, 15 minutes to record, and then boom, that's a week's worth of content.
Yeah, yeah, props to you, man. Well, that's pretty much all I got for you. Appreciate you hopping on here. Yeah,
Hell yeah, work with Braden. Clip that. You won't regret it.
thanks, brother.